I swear to you, I'm also having a hard time keeping up at this point. This is the brand new Dynasty by Lattafa. And again, leave a comment down below, hashtag Lattafa never sleeps, because it's true. They just came out with Fire on Ice. They came out with Nebras Elixir. They're coming out with 2 new eclairs. They have their Give Me Gourmand collection. I also have Ana Abied Scarlet, which is the newest flanker from that collection. There's Coral, there's Rouge, and they just came out with the Scarlet, which is inspired by Fétiche La Rose by Christian Louboutin. Well, now they have Dynasty. Now, for those of you who don't know, of course, this is inspired by tea, the note of tea. And it actually utilizes rooibos tea, which is otherwise known as red tea, something with, it prevents free radical damage. And I've consumed so much of it throughout the years. Kind of a bland taste, but the smell is very tranquil, very meditative, very cool and collected. And this one is composed by Alex Lee. And I just realized that Lattafa is engraved into the cap here. And I also really love this presentation with this red collar on the inside of the bottle. It kind of reminds me of Dior Homme by Christian Dior. It smells nothing like it, by the way. Anyway, I'm going to talk to you about the smell in just a second. But before I dive into the review, I do want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really, really mean a lot to me. And it goes such a long way. It helps the channel tremendously. You have no idea. So thank you so much for doing that. Now, there have been so many Lattafa fragrances that came out lately. And I think after this video, I'm probably going to do a top 5 or a top 10, just kind of ranking the newest releases, letting you know what I think of them, where I stand, which ones my favorites are, which ones I see myself wearing a lot, which ones I'm probably going to put on the back seat, if you will. But Lattafa Dynasty, the brand new fragrance, let's talk about it. So this fragrance is a tea-based fragrance, as I said before. So there's tea, there's ginger, there's bergamot, it's fresh, it's citrusy, it's very calming and serene. There's cashmere on, there's cedarwood in the dry down. And then you also have this suede leather accord in here. Now, I've had the opportunity to try this about a month and a half ago. Might have actually been longer than that. I think I tried it towards the tail end of April or early May, whenever I was in Dubai. And I actually met up with Mr. Lattafa himself, Mr. Abdul Rahman. And I had such an incredible time in Dubai. And I met up with Jordi Fernandez, Dalia Izem, a lot of the perfumers that work for Lattafa. And I also met up with Alex Lee, and I had dinner with the gentleman. And he's absolutely incredible. And he was talking to me about the way that this fragrance was pieced together and the inspiration and going to China. And it was just a very beautiful story. And I personally fell in love with it right on the spot. I tried it a couple months ago, fell in love with the fragrance immediately. And again, it's a very transportive and very meditative fragrance where the tea really takes center stage. And so if you're a fan of tea-based fragrances, I know there's LT Vetiver by Clive Christian. There's Gucci Pour Homme 2. There's so many fragrances from the brand Floraiku that utilize the note of tea. If you're a fan of those calm, smooth, tranquil tea-based fragrances, this is absolutely one you need to add to your collection. If you don't like the note of tea, you can forget about this one. There's plenty other fragrances from the brand. Like if you want something a bit darker, a bit more daring, richer, so on and so forth. I mean, the brand literally just came out with Fire on Ice, which is their take on Angel Share Paradis by Kilian Paris. With the raspberry, the booze, the cinnamon, the cognac, it's deep, it's warm, it's rich, it's mysterious, it's sensual, it's confident. This one is very calming, very soothing, tranquil, relaxing, a bit refreshing in the opening on account of that bergamot ginger combination, but it's not going to last a whole lot. It will give you that, initial freshness, but it's not prolonged. You do get the tea right away, though. Tea is really where it's at. You get tea through and through with this fragrance. And I mean it when I say this is a very beautifully relaxing and tranquil, serene type of a fragrance. This is one that you wear when you want to meditate, when you want to put yourself in a calming state, you want to feel zen, you want to maybe recalibrate your nervous system, you want to just be at peace. This is the type of fragrance for that. Also, if you're a tea lover or a tea aficionado, this is the type of fragrance that you would have in your collection as well. Not to mention that, and again, there's like this plaque on the front. It actually, I think it's plastic, but it is an attachment to the box. So the box has a really cool texture on it. And the bottle itself, gorgeous bottle. I mean, it's very heavy, very thick glass, as you can tell. The spacing from the base to where the actual liquid starts is very, very thick. The cap itself, metal cap. I often wonder, like, how does Lattafa have really, I mean, even the jewels inside the cap, right? I ask myself, how do they manage to create like these really high-end presentations at such an affordable price? You know what I mean? And that's the case with so many of their fragrances. Fire on Ice, this one, the Give Me Gourmand collection with the little cupcakes. You have to see that one, and they're so delicious as well. There was one with like an Oreo cookie on the top that is gonna be like the next viral hit, right? But I asked myself, like, how do they manage to do it? And I know what the answer is, because they buy all of their products and they manufacture in such high quantity. It's crazy, but I'm telling you, this one from Lattafa, it is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. If you are a lover of tea-based fragrances, if you want a little zing in it, the citrus, the ginger, the bergamot, it's refreshing, and the cashmeran and the dry down is so smooth. And it's such a nice complement, a nice extension of the smoothness that you'll get from the tea. Perfectly unisex fragrance. On my skin, I got in the vein of 7 hours longevity. Nothing really beyond that. But again, it's not one of those like really dark, heavy beast mode Lattafa fragrances. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, Petra is very strong. Habik for Men is very strong. Eternal Oud is incredibly beast mode. Also is this Art of Nature? This one is incredibly strong as well. Yeah, Art of Nature 1. This one is also super beast mode. But anyway, there's so many Lattafa fragrances that you can wear if you're looking for a beast mode option. This one, on the other hand, is very smooth, very serene, very meditative. It's an incredible fragrance. And again, you have to be a lover of the note of tea to really appreciate Dynasty by Lattafa. Awesome fragrance. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found this video informative, educational, whatever the case may be. And again, if you took anything of value from today's episode, I would really appreciate it if you would consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and giving this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It helps tremendously and it really goes a long way. So thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode.